What if I told you that Warren Buffett is holding stocks that AI recommend to sell? So I am Berkshire and direct portfolios for Xanai. It's our AI agent to analyze big banks, institution was, and if the ordering of what they have versus their latest certinet. And so Xanai can see what's working and what's dragging the portfolio down. So here is how it works. Xanai scores all position, green or red. It's based on the price target, AI resilience, moat, growth this year or next year, EPE ratio, lots of different indicators. And Xan look at all of them, we correlate that with different stock. And it can identify if a stock makes sense in a portfolio, if it's improving the performance or not. And so we can see here in this screenshot, the green one are strong bets. They are stocks that have a very good performance. And the red one are the one highlighted by exam because they might hide the portfolio just behind. So the first thing we get from our AI exam is we see that MSFT, Amazon, Uber, GSM, that stocks that are not in the top of this portfolio in Berkshire. And simply I did because they are outstanding stock, very good value, lots of banks, institutions buy these stocks. So Microsoft, Amazon, Uber, GSM, that would be the first thing to spot in this portfolio it's missing. And some of these stocks could be really good value. You look at Microsoft, 42% price target, it's massive. Amazon, lots of West buying Amazon, massive growth next year. TSN, again, good company, good moat, lots of good scores there, very good profit margin. GSM could be a good bear too. But the thing which is interesting is what stocks are hiding down the portfolio for Berkshire. So Xan analyzed all this data and it found that Bank of America here, it's highlighted as a weak stock, mostly because of the moat, poor edge. So lots of competition and not so much a very specific hedge for Bank of America. So it could be a bit risky. On top of that, if you look at the price target, it's a bit modest at 9%. So yeah, maybe that's something to revise. Maybe lower for Bank of America could make sense. A couple of other one, Occidental Petroleum. So for oil and gas, and you can see that growth next year, minus 25%, so really bad. Stock at a massive growth this year. That could explain that next year they slow down. But overall, looking at the indicator here, modest price target. Mostly the course next year is a bit the biggest risk here. Couple of other one, Chubb Limited, most indicator a bit yellow, right? It's low price target, 5%. We compare it to the S&P 500, which is at 15%. It's a bit low. AI resilience moat are very average, so this company could be taken around by competitors. And a couple of other one, Kraft Heinz company, negative price target. It's likely going to lose more money by the end of the year. The growth is negligible. Moat is very average. Profit are negative. Yeah, it doesn't look like maybe a great bet there. And so you see all of this explanation from Xan. You don't really need to look at these indicators. You can find exactly a summary why Xan thinks it's not a good fit in a portfolio. So the next thing is we ask Xan, but what would you replace these PepsiCos? What stocks would be better? Particularly if they come from the same sector, because we want to keep it diverse. We don't want to have a massive focus on tech, and then when the market crash, the portfolio crash. So let's say for Bank of America. So we ask Xan, can you please find different stock that are better than Bank of America? And you, Xan will tell you, but why don't you look at JPM, Mastercard? Both of them are quite a very good performance. You can see JPM price target is a bit modest, but they make lots of profit. Very strong moat. In terms of LEI, they have a massive hedge, so it's a good company. And yet Mastercard behind, which is a massive price target by the analyst, 30% expected, so it's huge. And they have lots of strong indicator and strong growth. So yeah, these two would be a good bet against Bank of America. So when you compare the indicator, you see it could make sense here. If you pick up JPN or Mastercard or Rohau, you get a much better amount. Price target will improve likely. And in terms of growth, yeah, it's pretty good. So it's a bit safe for me for the portfolio according to Xanai, particularly in terms of moat. And the other question, so what about for the next company, for Kraft Heinz company? We see that lots of indicators are ahead there. And for Kraft Heinz, like Xanai recommend a different company, PepsiCo. And when you compare the indicator, it's quite a massive difference. We are more on the negative price target to something positive. The growth is different. It's a bit better. Moat is completely different. So the company PepsiCo here seems to have a better advantage. Same in terms of profit. Guess it could be a much better fit for the portfolio. So that's the power of Xanai. You can use it for different ways, different banks' portfolio to analyze. Is this portfolio good for me or not? What are the advantages of this portfolio and what mistake do they make? And Xanai analyze behind the scene all of these results. It will analyze price target, moat, growth, all of that. And it will summarize for you what are the good position and what position we write the portfolio down. This is just for one portfolio. You can apply it for lots of other ways. You could apply it for UCI, Pershing, Duquesne, lots of other ways. And you can find exactly the green and red flag for different type of institution. So if you find this kind of analysis useful, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. Will you keep Bank of America or will you make a swap?